Hello everybody, Olena Spicers here. How are you doing? I'm working on prompt number 2 of Release the Craft in Goblin Mode Junk Journal Ephemera Challenge. And today's prompt, prompt number 2, is slime and snails. So I thought I would make a journaling card. I did a jelly print for the background, so originally it was like this. And then I just cut a piece that I will be working with, and I put some glitter paint on it to kind of symbolize the slime. I'm still using this printable, and I think I'm going to use this guy today. And then I'm also going to use this printable, which is Witch of the Woods, and it's also by Release the Craftin'. And I'm thinking about cutting out this mushroom with a snail and also this little one. And then possibly I will use one of the moons, I'm not sure. This is also from Release the Craftin', so we'll see. But let's go ahead and start with that first. So let's cut out the tags. I really like snails. I participate in project Word of the Year, or I choose Word of the Year every year, and for myself. And a couple of years ago my Word of the Year was within, and it was in a sense of trying to go within to figure out what you need the most, what makes you happy, stuff like that, like really digging within rather than outward for those types of things. And my symbol that I chose to go with the word was a snail, and the reason is because I was doing some research, and snails have a spiral on their shells, and spiral represents the journey within, going within. So there's a big connection between spirals and snails, and so I really love that Word of the Year for some soul searching and stuff. It was really fun prompt fun word to be aware of the whole year. So this is the start of it, and then let's go ahead and cut out a little one as well. But then I will have 2 mushroom tags left. So as you know, mushrooms was prompt number 1. So and I think Priscilla said in one of her videos, just going for that goblin vibe where they live and what surrounds them, and so I like that idea, and so I'll be using more mushrooms for sure. Again, I think I will put a journal together at the end of all of this, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on making ephemera. And this one is really cute as well, and then I can use the other papers for some collage work for later. So I think I will arrange them in something like this. So I think that maybe I will go ahead and also use the stamp. Again, I like continuity in my journals. Well, like I'm sure we all do, so one way to achieve that is to keep using the same element over and over again. So I'm going to use this rubber stamp on a few pieces that I make for sure. And it doesn't stamp as smoothly on this background because it's acrylic paint, but that's totally fine. We're just going for a little bit of atmosphere rather than making this a central image. I hope you are able to check out the tag, or have been checking out the tag for this prompt here on YouTube and also on Instagram. Instagram's algorithm is making it a little bit harder, but still, if you keep checking and then find people who are participating and then keep checking their feed directly, that's what I have been doing. But there's been definitely a lot of really fun work, fun projects, and it's all very inspiring. Just going to, so I'm definitely thinking about doing some stitching around to frame, to have that framed look. And I just love stitching, but yeah, my snails are going to have glittery, sparkly slime because they're in the magical forest, right? So, what about you? Are you making ephemera for your existing journal, using this challenge for that, or are you going to create a specific journal at the end, or have you not decided yet? Alright, let's maybe add a little bit more glue right here. Okay. And then let's decide where to place this, and maybe right here. It looks pretty nice, I think. Just on the top. I do like when things overlap, but there's a lot of things in the background to give us that overlap, so I think that would be okay. As I mentioned, this is going to be a journaling card, and I will have to make more hidden paper clips to hold this card in place in the journal. And then I also have some lace that I was thinking about attaching, but before that we also need to create a background. I wonder, I think I want to do just a little bit of stitching in the oval shape around here first, before I glue the backing. So let me go ahead and do that. I will be right back. So this part is now done, just some messy stitching, and then I've been really trying just to use my stash, so I have this scrapbooking paper, really old, thin, but I was just looking for something, some type of background that would make it easier to, or easy to write on. So I picked this one, and then the colors would sort of match, and then once I attach it, I'm going to do more stitching around the edges to bring it all together. And just instead of cutting my pieces separately like I did yesterday and then ended up with some uneven cuts, even though I used the cutter and measured everything, I think I'm just decided to do it this way today. We will use, so definitely want to stamp again on the back, decorate the back a little bit as well. I really like this fern stamp. It's pretty old, from Hero Arts. Don't even know where I got it, in one of the physical stores when the stamping was still prevalent. And there were a lot of rubber stamps being sold. Remember those days? Okay, then again, also for continuity, I want to keep using this washi tape as I did yesterday. And then I'm just thinking about maybe adding one of these moons as well. I think I'm gonna go for that. Again, making it pretty on both sides, and using digital elements just makes it so much easier and fairly accessible, I would say. I know we have to pay for the printer ink and paper, especially printer ink, but besides that, there's just such a huge variety of images you can download and use in your art. I know that, I don't know, in my area just there aren't many stores left anymore, and there are no stores where I could buy fairly inexpensive vintage items, so I always default to printables, and that's served me really well. So far, can't complain. So we'll probably do this a little bit off the edge, like right here. I just always find it more visually pleasing when elements are interacting with each other and also getting off the edge. Okay, so then just something to think about. Do I still want to have this right here? Let's give it a try, just for a little accent. No, with these you can never tell. It's a little bit hard to say which is the front side, which is the back side. I think it's like this. So when I am stitching this down, that's something that I can do. Or do I put it this way and then just on this side? Maybe I will do it that way. I will edit it maybe something like this, and then maybe just on this side. So let me go and stitch around, and I will be right back to show you what it looks like at the end. I realized there was one thing I forgot to do, and that's to ink the edges. I knew something was missing, so I'm glad I caught that before I took it to the sewing machine. I also decided not to use the little piece of lace and ribbon, and then instead I added this Woodland Wonder little snippet. Yeah, I'm just going to do some inking to the edges before I take it to the sewing machine. So all the stitching is now done. I also inked the edges on the front and the back of the card, and this is how it turned out. So again, it just has some ferns in the background, woodsy greenery, acrylic paint in the background, some glittery paint for slime, and then the snails, cute snails hanging out on the mushrooms. And then on the back, again, the edges are inked, and I feel like it pulls it all together really nicely. I have a moon, more ferns, washi tape, and Woodland Wonder little snippet. And now this card is ready for journaling. I'm really enjoying the challenge so far. Hope you are as well. Thank you very much for watching my video. I'll catch you for prompt 3 soon. Bye.